I just wanted to preface this video by saying I do not encourage nor condone the use of cigarettes or weed or anything similar to that, and if you're under the age of 18, you can get out of my channel right now, but I'm going to go ahead and get the video started, and make sure to like and subscribe, of course, and enjoy. Thank you. Alrighty, so today I'm going to be smoking a Marlboro Black cigarette and talking a little bit about self-control and cigarettes. But I think without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this cigarette lit up and start the video. So, without further ado, y'all. But yeah, self-control and cigarettes. It's not usually something you hear related together. Usually cigarettes are actually related with having no self-control. But I genuinely believe that self-control and cigarettes really do go hand in hand. And this is because to have self-control with cigarettes, you need to be able to limit yourself. If you don't limit yourself, there's an issue. As I'm sure a lot of you know, if you've seen a few of my older videos, or if you're a new follower, you might not know. But I only smoke 4 cigarettes a day. Maximum 5, but usually only 4. And I genuinely do that because I believe self-control is the way to go. If I had no self-control, I would probably be smoking 30, 40 cigs a day, and that's just not what I want to do. I want to be able to enjoy the cigarettes. If I was smoking 30, 40 cigs a day, I just wouldn't be enjoying, because 30, 40 cigs is what I smoke in like 2 weeks. I don't smoke 30, 40 cigs a day because that's what I smoke in like 2 weeks. I wouldn't be able to enjoy each cigarette as much if I was smoking that much, just because it would be the simple factor of I'm smoking this much, I can't enjoy it. Like, this is the first cigarette I've had in a couple hours now. It's my first cig of the morning, so probably my first cigarette in about 12 hours. And I'm really, really enjoying it. But if I had been in my room last night or this morning and I had been smoking like 2 of them, this would not be nearly as enjoyable. This would just be just another cigarette kind of thing. It's like the same thing with weed, in my opinion. If you're smoking weed all the time, weed is not nearly as fun. It's why you need to take a tolerance break every once in a while. Hell, I'm planning on taking a tolerance break soon, to be completely honest. And a tolerance break really just puts everything in perspective. Now, I'm not taking a tolerance break with cigarettes, certainly not, I'm too addicted for that. But with weed, I'm definitely planning on taking a tolerance break, just because limiting what your intake of it is makes you respect it in another way, kind of thing. And it's for that reason that I believe that I can continue enjoying cigarettes. It's just one of those things where I feel like if I was smoking 20, 30, 40 cigs a day, or hell, even if I was smoking like 10 cigs a day, I wouldn't enjoy it, because I would just be spending 20 minutes outside, not 20 minutes outside, like 5 minutes outside, like every hour smoking. And it just would not be enjoyable. It would just be one of those things that I wouldn't enjoy. Now, trust me, sometimes I enjoy chain smoking a little bit. Don't get me wrong. But if I'm chain smoking, I don't smoke pretty much any cigs the rest of the day. That's just me, though. I've got no issue if you smoke a hell of a lot of cigs. Most people do. That's just me. And I'm just preaching from my mind, you know what I'm saying? I really do believe self-control is the way to enjoying life. If you have no self-control with anything, you're not going to enjoy your life, and you're not going to be very good off financially. If I was spending all my money on weed and cigarettes every day, I would have no money at all for food. If I was spending all my money on candy, I would have no money for weed and cigarettes. I want to enjoy what I want to enjoy, even if I'm only enjoying it a little bit, kind of thing. It's kind of like, it's the same thing with anything, honestly. You can relate it to TV, you can relate it to, as said, weed, you can relate it to cigarettes, like I'm doing with this video. You can relate it to a lot of stuff. Like, TV isn't great if you're watching it all day. It gets boring after a while, to be completely honest. At least I get bored watching TV after a while. Same thing with anything. I'll get bored on YouTube if I'm watching YouTube all day. But it's just the same thing with cigarettes. You gotta limit yourself to enjoy it, kind of thing. And that's just what works for me. As said, that's not everybody. Honestly, though, I am really glad I'm limiting myself. Because if I wasn't limiting myself, I feel like I'd be a lot more sad right now. Because this is just something that, if I'm having a hard time on some sort of assignment or something like that, I just go have a cigarette and I reward myself and I'm like, alright, you've been working hard on this, go have a cigarette, kind of thing. But if it was like every time I was like, I type a word and I go smoke a cigarette, well, I wouldn't be rewarding myself then, kind of thing. Ooh, man, this is a good cigarette. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on self-control and cigarettes. This cigarette has a couple more hits left, so I'm gonna end the video when the cigarette is over, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on self-control in the comments down below. Just let me know what you do. Let me know how it works for you. Because it's different for everybody. Everybody works differently, and that's okay. But I'm really curious to see how you guys work, you know what I'm saying? Man, this is good though. And I know people are always like, man, that's your catchphrase. You'll always be saying, man, this is good. But it's just one of those things where it's because of self-control. I don't have a cigarette until the first video in the morning, or until the first cigarette in the morning. And it's just, I do enjoy it because the first cig is always the best, you know what I'm saying? Whew. And I think I got one or two more hits left, so I'm gonna go ahead and take those. And I got one more hit left, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that. But yeah, that's the cig, so that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, excuse me, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram and my book in the description down below. Highly recommend you check both those out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and until the next one, peace. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Stay safe out there.